Welcome to the Angler Talk Podcast with Chris and Aaron. Brought to you by FishingMagicianTV.com.
What is up, everybody? It's Chris back again with another episode of Angler Talk. And man, it is cold here in New Jersey, fellas and ladies. It is very, very cold. I want to get out there and I want to bend some rods. This is driving me crazy. But the one great thing about the off season here in New Jersey and in other states as well, but primarily here in New Jersey, is the flea markets, is the expo shows that goes on here. And this Saturday, February 11th, the Highmar Striper Club, which I am a very proud member of, is hosting its annual flea market at the Middletown, New Jersey VFW on Route 36. Doors open at 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. We're going to have some very great vendors there with new and used tackle equipment. Some of the best deals around that you're not going to be able to get anywhere else. We have been doing this flea market for now, I believe, a couple of decades, since way before I was a member. And this club just does so much for this sport and this community here in New Jersey that it would be great if you guys could come out and show some love and support. Also, I will be there unveiling the new Magician rods, full carbon blanks. Come out there, stop by the booth, say hi to your boy, get a t-shirt, maybe some stickers, a rod, some tackle. And we're also going to have a lot of great seminars. We got my main man, Tony Maja, will be there talking striper fishing, talking bunker spoons. Also, we got Joe and Jerry Zagorski, the brothers here in New Jersey, who are absolute phenomenal tautog, aka blackfish fishermen. They're going to teach you what you need and how you need to catch these fish. The right gear, the right setup, what to use, what to do, what kind of bait to use, everything. Also, we got another man over there doing a surf casting seminar. This is going to be a great one, guys. You guys don't want to miss out. $5 entry. All the stuff you're getting access to. There's going to be food. There's going to be drinks. Open bar. Come by, hang out, spend some time with your family there. It's a great setting, great people, filled with everything in the room that we love to do, which is fishing, and also like-minded people there. So, head on over to the VFW in Middletown, New Jersey this Saturday, February 11th at 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Now, let's get into our guests. Our guest this week is returning guest from last season, Tyrone Adams, my main man, Bass and Furious. He is coming back, and we're going to talk some Major League Fishing. Also, another good man that I met through him by the name of Jason Riley out of the Cleveland, Ohio area. These two anglers are up and coming. They're fishing the BFL and the MLF circuits. They're getting ready for a hellacious season. They are down to do battle, in my opinion. From what I just see in the conversations that I have with these guys, these are two future champions without a question in my mind. So I hope you guys enjoy that. But right before we get into that conversation with me and them, as you guys can see in the thumbnail and the video description, yes, we are doing a giveaway. We're going to start trying doing this more on a monthly, maybe every other month type thing. Big shout out and thank you to Bruce Roback over in Port St. Lucie, Florida, from none other than Billy Bones Tackle. If you watched the season finale of 2022, he did say he was going to send me a package of a bunch of gear for me to test out and try, but also to put in your hands, you, the viewer. And this is a very, very simple way to try and win this. All you have to do is smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bells on, and there's going to be a secret word that pops up in a window somewhere throughout this video. I can't exactly tell you when. That's kind of like not even fair, right? So, because both of our guests are freshwater anglers in the MLF world, we're going to stick with the freshwater theme. Bruce sent me a big package of Savage Gear. Savage Gear is a tackle company here in the United States. They do all types of tackle, lures, braided line, all types of stuff. So some of the stuff that I'm going to be giving away today is going to be, it's going to be a spool of 150 yards, 20-pound braided line. This is good stuff. This is going to make you feel everything. It's very, very sensitive. Also, we have a bait fish spoon. It comes with a couple of different hooks. You can try whatever one you want, either the single or the treble. This is a very good looking bait. Look, check that out. Yes, don't miss your chance to win this. Also, here in the Northeast, I'm not a big freshwater guy, but I heard that jerkbait is the move in the wintertime. Probably all year as well, but check this out. Savage Gear jerkbait. Looks like a minnow. This thing looks great. We got a couple of those. And also, we're going to end it off with a topwater bait. This is a smash tail minnow. This thing looks great. It has a couple of really nice treble hooks. Very good quality bait right here. And I know that you bass guys love you some topwater, man. So, again, to win this, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And yes, I will know I check my analytics. Leave a comment of the secret word that will pop up sometime during this video to enter for your chance to win. This is easily $100, $120 in value. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't look it up. But this is some good stuff, and all you got to do is watch a video to win it. So, with that all being said, let's jump into our discussion with Jason Riley and Tyrone Adams, and I hope you guys enjoy. Yo, what is going on? And here I am with Tyrone Adams and Jason Riley. How are we going, guys?
Pretty good.
Going good. Yes, sir. How about you?
Yeah, man. I can't complain, man. Long day of work, and now we out here get to unwind and talk some fishing with you fine gentlemen. So, for the people who've been following the show, you know, Tyrone has been a guest in the season 1. And, you know, little BFL, MLF pro going on over there. And Jason is also in the circuit as well, man. So, like, how did you guys just say one day, you know what, this is what I want to do. I'm just going to go in and jump into it. So, like, what struck that chord?
I know for me it was I got into doing I did a tournament one time, like basically I caught my first bass, and then the very next day I signed up for a tournament, right? So I was like, we gotta go all in, right? So once I realized like the steps, I then learned that there was steps to it. Like I didn't need to jump right in, you need to jump right in, you need to maybe catch a fish and maybe spend some time on the water, that type of thing. I was just hyped, I was ready to go. So but then I realized there was a trail that can get you from you know, starting here and working your way up. I did some club stuff, things like that, and it just 8-9 boat field tournaments, and I'm like, it's got to be a little bit more than, you know, $120 at the end of this tunnel. I was like, let me see what else is out there. Then I found those BFLs, that kind of thing, and then we just been off to the races from that point on. So
I hear that. Jason, how about you?
My dad's been doing it his whole life, and I'm just kind of following his footsteps.
Okay.
Florida. I can't remember exactly where, but he fished with the Homestead Hog Hunters down in Florida back in his day. And
okay.
Yeah, used to fish with the guy who made culprit worms. He met Jimmy Houston, and he used to fish with Larry Lazone. The guy ended up beating my father and going all the way because he was his club affiliate was affiliated with Bass, and MLF is my club, Portage Lakes Bass Masters down in Akron, Ohio, were an affiliate in the TBF Federation, which is an affiliate of MLF, and I kind of just jumped the chute, did that for a bit, and just got to the BFLs. This will be year 3 for me, but prior to that, I did like 1 year at college fishing at the University of Akron, and yeah, but I did college fishing for a little bit, club fishing, and now I'm doing BFLs.
Man, that's awesome, man. So it just sounds like you're taking the torch and you're running with it, you know, and the family keeping it going, man. That's freaking awesome. And you did mention a name named Jimmy Houston. I remember seeing this guy on TV when I was like, I don't know, knee high. And this guy, I saw a post from him on Facebook a few days ago. The dude looks exactly the same. I guess bass fishing do that to you guys. But so to get into this a little bit, you know, today's filming date is February 1st, and you know, it's the off season. You guys are getting ready for this tournament trail. So what goes into that? How do you prep for this? What are you researching? What are you looking for? You know, let's start off with Jason on this one, and we'll go from left to right. So how does this prep go on for you?
For me, I kind of just start with the groundwork. I'll do anywhere from YouTube videos to old articles I'll read up on. Like, actually, I think I got like 1 or 2 episodes left, but I was watching the old classic '05 down in the down in Pittsburgh on the Monongahela. I can't pronounce that river, but I think I can't pronounce it. Anyway, the Three Rivers. It was the Bassmaster Classic back in '05. It was Kevin Van Dam who won it all. He was fighting it out with Aaron Martins, Gerald Swindle, and but I've been watching that, catching up on that, just trying to see if I can pick up. Apply it to the Ohio River, but I think it's been that long since they've been back there. And I was teasing Ty the other day. I said I think they should send like the pros back there and see how fun it would be for them to grind it out and really see them struggle and stress out and fish. But yeah, YouTube video. That's how I found Ty. I just wanted to learn how to be a better coin angler. Any tips and tricks I could use to apply on a larger scale with BFLs. You're dealing with tons of boaters. It varies, but I just tried to better myself each year by doing research and due diligence and just taking anything I can use and just applying it in the circuit.
I hear that. And Ty, how about you, man? How does this all start for you? How do you get ready for this season coming up? Because I know you want to go out there and you want to dominate for sure.
That is the goal. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to get out there and do my absolute best. So for me, it's pretty much. I don't know if I ever stop. Like literally, we get done in October, and I'm already thinking. As soon as the schedule comes out, we're planning, we're talking, we're networking. I'm getting people. I asked the guy. I have a tournament in October, and I'm already talking to people about what I should throw in October, getting tips from different people. I'm like, what do I need to bring? What color do I need to bring? This year, I'm getting a little bit more specific than I have been in the past when it comes to my conversation. It's kind of like, have you been there? Have you caught them? What color have you caught them on? What size line do I need? Like we're going down the list of stuff that I need this year to be successful. And I'm doing a thing this year where let's not reinvent the wheel. Jason told me he went to Ohio, went to Erie. He's up in that part of town. He says, I'm throwing this. Ty, you need to throw this. I'm going to the store and I'm buying that. Because I notice a lot of times when people ask me, they'll ask me, like, Ty, what should I throw in the Potomac? And I'll be like, I'll throw a green pumpkin Cinco, dotted tail chartreuse. And they'll be like, all right. So I'm going to do green pumpkin, but I'm going to do a little bit of purple. And I probably will, maybe I'll dye the tail orange. I'm like, dude, and then they come back and they text me after the tournament like, man, you didn't go the way I said. Did you throw green pumpkin green pumpkin chartreuse? Well, I was thinking that, everybody's doing that, so I'm going to try. I'm like, we don't need to talk no more. There's nothing else to discuss at this point. I gave you the blueprint, and you threw my blueprint in the trash. And so I'm like, okay. So that's why I'm asking the question. I'm trying to be specific. But today I started, I guess, like my official preps. I pulled out all my rods. I got a restring, all line. I'm working on my knots. I've been working on those all off season, trying to get my knots down so I don't have to waste so much line. But it's reels, rods, line. I'm sharpening all my hooks to make sure when I get that one fish, I got the chance. So we're talking sharpening hooks, mapping out route. The biggest thing is logistics, just getting to these places and making it affordable to get there. So I already got my the two I need hotels for. We've already booked the hotels for all of that. We got all that lined up. Who we're traveling down, like that's a big part. My big thing is just to try to fish the whole season free, meaning that I don't have to think about do I have a place to stay? Because there was some derbies I don't think I've ever said this on the actual podcast. You guys are gonna hear it first here today. There was one derby that I had nowhere to stay. I had nowhere to stay. So I messaged the guy. I put a message out on the thing. I was like, hey, I need a place to stay. And I'm thankful for the guys that I got to stay with, but let's just say there was 3 of us and there weren't but 2 places to sleep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw that out there, right? Like that's why I say I ain't never said that. There was 3 of us and there was only 2 places to sleep. And I wanted to go down there and fish this tournament, and I was willing to do whatever it is I need to get down there to fish the tournament. I was like, I gotta go. It's a big deal. I need to get down there. Now, mind you, didn't even catch a single keeper in this tournament. So I risked everything. I put it all on the line, and I got down there and did everything I possibly could. Boy, I've never left the tournament so fast in my life. I literally jumped off the boat when we got back to the ramp. I jumped off, jumped in my car, and I drove 6.5 hours back home and said I will never come back to this place again as long as I live. It was just that. So I like that. That stresses me out. I don't know about y'all, but that stresses me out. Yeah. Not knowing where I'm gonna stay, not knowing about this. It's kind of a last minute. I like to plan. Prep. Basically, what it is, I had a link for the tournaments because you got a link that confirms that you get in the tournaments. That's a big part of it too. I had a link. My link, something happened with his boat. He had to drop out of the last tournament. So that bumped me out because of the link dropped out. That bumped me out of being confirmed and ready to go to now I'm on a wait list. So I didn't even know if I was going to get in the tournament until like the night before, 2 days before, and it was in 6 hours away. Wow. I can't plan then, like it was insane. So my goal this year, I've got it all lined up. I got a guy that's like die hard. He will fish off a kayak. If it whatever he can get into the derby with, he's going regardless. Like it doesn't matter. So I'm pretty sure that we're good, and we've linked. I can plan my lodging. Now I can focus. Let me get all my rods and reels. I do separate tackle bags for each place I'm going to. So I'll have a James River bag. I'll have a Potomac River bag. Jason's working on the same thing. I have a bag. So basically when it's time to go, tournament day, I all the prep's done now. I grab the bag. I grab 6 rods and reels. I head to the place, and it's going to be what it's going to be. I spent last year learning a lot about colors.
Okay.
And I'm going to the exact same places again, doing the exact same thing again. So I've got the colors, limited what I'm going to bring. That way I don't stress myself out on that day. My big thing, I guess you guys heard me say it like 4 times, minimize stress.
Yeah.
I feel so much better when I minimize stress. I just get out there and I can just flip and go fishing. That's a big thing for me, man. So for me, that's pretty much it. And I do the same thing as Jason. It's YouTube videos. I do Facebook groups for the specific body of water. I'll go in there. Forums online. You can go on forums and see what are the fish biting. Some, Charlie Taylor's fishing report. I'll go through Charlie Taylor's fishing report, see what people are biting here. I'll go through all those reports, compile a list of what people have caught them on, make sure I got something similar in my bag. Then we get out there and we go for it. So that's pretty much what it works for me.
I hear that, man. And just tweaking certain things. I know in the freshwater world, like we constantly speak about, I'm a saltwater guy, you're a sweetwater guy. In the freshwater world, I know that those colors make a very, very big difference. For guys like me who are dropping down, anywhere between 60 and 300 foot of water, a color really doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I said 300 foot. And
you did say 300. There's no way.
But, I get it, and, from what I hear, what is that? Watermelon pumpkin something color is like the greatest color in the world for you freshwater guys. Did I say that right?
Pumpkin. You said watermelon. Jason, have you fished with watermelon pumpkin?
Watermelon with red flake.
Watermelon red flake? Yes. Not watermelon pumpkin, but.
Well, wait, forgive me, guys, but hey, man, I mean, it's a long trail, and guys, for the people watching who don't really know too much, and I hope you guys go over and follow Jason and Tyrone, so you can see what I'm talking about. These are 2 of the hardest working dudes I have met. I mean, every single night this week, Tyrone is working his day job, and then at night is live on TikTok, or live on Instagram, doing what he's got to do. Jason today must have worked, 20 hours driving a truck, and now you're sitting shooting the breeze with us. These guys are getting it, and there's no complaints, there's no nothing. They're just getting it done, and I can't wait to see what you guys put up this year, and what's going on with that. But from what I hear, Jason, where you are at in Cleveland, Ohio, you have one of the toughest rivers in the country out there to fish. Am I right? The Cleveland River.
The Cuyahoga River caught fire. I'm glad we don't go there. Oh my gosh, it's nothing but keep it. That's what you like, have at it. But I would never go up that river. I would never go up the Cuyahoga for any type of bass. I mean, you might get a largemouth, but I stick to the harbor. And then you got the good old Ohio River. I was checking out the Michigan division. I believe, aren't they going up on the Detroit River? The whole schedule. I felt bad for him. I was like, man, I couldn't. Just had the whole Ohio River for all 5 tournaments, and that would be intense. I would even say I think I had told Ty, I said if they do something like that, I said, I'm not fishing the Buckeye division. Yeah. I'm not I'm not trying to be funny, but out of the 5 tournaments, if I had to go there, I'd lose a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. I think pounds. Won the Coingler side last year, something like that. Just 8. That was it. And that's kind of high for the Ohio River, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're getting tournament ready and you got to put in those hours to, fine tune your skills. When you're around tough rivers like that, it's much more of a challenge for somebody like you because you don't have, not saying that it's easy for Tyrone, but you don't have a river like the Potomac. You know what I'm saying? You're not in Florida where fishing is just insanity all year long. You know what I'm saying? It's got to play a role in the way that you have to tweak things. Am I right or wrong on that?
No, you're definitely right. I have to fish a little bit more slower, and presentation is key at that point. Like, I'm a big finesse fisherman anyway to begin with. So
Okay.
if my boater's out flipping, chucking a half ounce spinnerbait, whatever he may be doing, I gotta follow suit and just like downsize and just think small. Like, I hate to say it, I got to kind of like I'm fishing like a backyard pond or something,
I
and
gotcha.
and just doing that alone just will set me aside from him. I will generate more bites and more strikes, but at the end of the day, I won't be getting the same bass that he's chasing in the first place because I'm trying to fish for the fish that are not chasing the spinnerbait, that are chasing the jig, the slower guys, or maybe this little 12-incher just wants a quick snack and something super easy and light. I'm always tweaking and just trying different methods. Like I said, most of the time, I remember my boater told me, he said, fish it like how you fish like your pond, and that was the first year I was fishing the BFLs. I was on Mosquito Creek Reservoir in Cortland, Ohio, and I was like, man, I never thought about that. I'm over here chucking, punching, just throwing big stuff, and I was like, man, I didn't even think about picking up a Cinco at that point in time, and I was like, crap, he's right. And ever since then, he's instilled that on me, and I've just been like, kind of fishing how I would in the backyard. I mean, you guys realize, up here and fishing these certain bodies of waters, you may only be around 5 fish all day. And I hate to say it, you only bring one. Like me and my boater on the Ohio River, got his name now, but we both got one apiece and everything was short. I got one. We called them point fish at that point. Just get point fishing. I got one, he got one, and we just got a bunch of shorts. Everything was under 12. Sad.
Wow. That's crazy, man. So there's a question that I want to ask you guys. I've been in the lives, we've been interacting. You guys know I want to get more and more into this freshwater thing. So if I were to ask you, what bait are you using on any body of water that you've never been to? What's the first thing you guys are throwing?
Never been to, and are we talking lake or are we talking tidal river? Just
river, lake, pond, no matter what it is.
Okay.
What is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Am I trying to guarantee a fish catch, or am I trying to do something I want to do? Because if I want to guarantee a fish catch, there's a bait I'm always throwing. If I'm going to have some fun,
guarantee fish catch.
Guarantee fish catch. Okay, I'm throwing a drop shot personally. I'm gonna throw a drop shot with some type of worm. Take a drop shot with some type of worm. Cast it out. You're gonna get bit literally anywhere that you go. I want to throw a spinnerbait or a chatterbait, but drop shot is where I'm going with. Is 100% of the time. If I literally pull it out and I save it before I pull it out. Yeah, I need to catch something. Like especially if I'm filming content, trying to get a video, something like that, and the day's just not going my way, I'm going back to the truck, getting my spinning rod, I'm tying on a drop shot. And I noticed there's this drop shot in the saltwater world that a guy taught me. He used it for a speckled trout. He was like, I'm throwing a drop shot, and he pulled out this big giant 10-foot pole with 300-pound line on it. He tied the same thing I tied, but it was his version of a drop shot. And I was like, dude, I throw this all the time, buddy. Like this is nothing new to me, but it was a whole nother level, a whole another kind of drop shot. That wasn't what I was used to. I don't know what yours is, Jason, though. That's mine, a drop shot for sure.
Same. It's the same.
Same thing. All right.
It's just a go-to staple.
So from what you were describing, it kind of sounds like what you guys call a drop shot might be something that we call like a high-low rig. Basically, it's a 36-inch leader, and we just have 2 hooks that are spaced out between 6 to 10 inches from each other with either a weight or a bucktail, which I wish I had some because I have been producing. I have about 4,000 rigs tied up that I'm going to be bringing with me along with the magician rods over to the Highmar flea market next week and start producing this tackle. But man, one thing I would love to watch you guys do is I would love to see you guys get over here in Jersey, and I want to see, No disrespect to the bass angling community, but I mean, from this to this, I want to see you guys catch a big old 50-pound striper. I mean, that would be my goal for 2023, is to just to sit there and watch your faces as I put you on a big old bass, just to see the insanity that occurs after that.
That'd be
I'm
dope.
gonna lose it. I caught a probably a 8 or 9 pound striper and yeah, I think striper, yeah, at Lake Murray on top water. And
Mm.
I didn't need it, right? Because I'm in the bass tournament. I set the hook. I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. And then I saw him pop up and he was silver. And I was like, oh crap, that's not what I'm looking for. But man, this is fun. I said, this is my boater looked at me like I was a crazy person, but I'm like, dude, this is phenomenal. Like, this is crazy. He's like, what are you fighting it like that? I was fighting this thing like there was no letting him play. I was yanking his butt. I was trying, he was pulling me back and I'm fighting back. And I'm like, man, this is amazing. I told myself I didn't want to do salt because I don't want to derail my bass fishing journey. I'm trying to stay locked. Like I play basketball. If I go somewhere else, I love volleyball too. Not gonna lie, I do love playing volleyball. But if I went somewhere else, my focus is very. It has to be spot on. Otherwise, I'm deviating, and I'll just I'll sign off all these trails and start striper fishing. I'll just go out there and start catching some giant snook or something, man. I can't, but I would love to. I absolutely would love to. Jason probably has caught. Jason been fishing for a long time. He probably has caught some pretty good ones.
Oh, I haven't touched saltwater at all. I have not. I've
Really? Oh wow. Okay.
caught all bass species. As far as like the general spot, small john, largemouth. But no, I think I caught only few freshwater species I haven't caught that are up here, like the sturgeon. I've not caught a hybrid or a striper, and I want to say a salmon and a snook.
Mm.
Handful of other ones, but for the most part, I caught the general fish: steelhead, walleye, crappie, bluegill, perch, smallmouth, largemouth, spot. So, but I'm working on it. I'd like to do a little. I think my brother going to do a little bit more multi-species fishing this year. I think we want to kind of pay off a little bit on the bass fishing, especially after a derb. I don't know about you, Ty, but I like to. If it's a bad derb, I'll ease off from
Yeah. Just take a little. Actually, no. I won't. I actually won't. What I do if it's bad, I immediately come home. I take my rods and I go right to the pond, and I'll be like, "Yes." I remind myself, "You know how to catch fish. This was not on you, buddy. You know how to catch fish." No, I've done it. I'm in my jersey, still in my tournament jersey. I'm at my local pond, and I'm casting out my stuff. I'm like, I know how to do this. I don't know what happened out there today, but I know how to do it. But yes, after I do that, when I get home, where I throw everything in the corner, and we not messing with nothing for a good little bit. So a little
I
mix
hear
up would
that.
actually probably be good. I caught my first warmouth. I didn't even know what it was. I had to ask a picture. I think Jason told me what it was. Somebody told me what it was. I was like, warmouth. What is this? I have no
What
idea what this is.
what in God's name is warmouth? What is
That's
that?
what I said. What is? It's like a brown orange.
sunfish species, I believe. It's like a part of the
Mm.
sunfish family with the bass and stuff. It's like a rock. It almost looks like a rock bass, but it's not. A lot of people get it mixed up. But you'll see, it's like got a really wide mouth, and it's a short little chunky thing, and they're really
Yes, it was.
aggressive.
Mm.
I mean, you could put your finger in the water. I kid you not. And if he's under that rock, he's coming after your finger. Kid you not. He's really aggressive.
I
He hit
got you,
my he hit
man.
my top water, man. He hit my top water. And I was like, "What is this?" I thought it was Great British. Nope, I'm gonna warmouth. I was like, "Get out of here,
Yeah.
man!" What it let me know though is the way his colors were. He looked exactly like the bait that I normally catch fish at this place at. Like exactly like it's a fluke color that looked just like a warmouth. And I've been throwing it at this place and lighting them up, and now I
Mm.
see why. So I love when that happens. When I catch a new species and I'm like, okay, well that makes sense. Now I'll just come up here with that and we'll just do that. So
Mhm.
always learning, man. Always picking up something.
I hear that, man. And for me, it's like I understand. Your guys' train of thought is you guys are in tournament mode. You guys are all summer, all spring. This is what you're doing, and you got to stay focused. For me, like a lot of people ask me when they see me going to hit the pond, they're like, "What the hell are you doing at the pond? You're usually using bunker as bait that is bigger than the bass that are in this pond. And for me, it's all about the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a well-rounded angler. I want to be able to be in freaking Arizona where there's no salt water, and if I want to go fishing, go satisfy that urge. And that's what it is for me, man. So that's why I want to dabble into the sweet water as well. But to get into to stick with this, MLF style thing, I know you guys are. I know Tyrone has a lot of sponsors, or at least a few of them. What about you, Jason? Are you sponsored? You working with any companies for this BFL tournaments?
No, I am not. I actually just kind of my following. I barely post on Instagram or social media. I have like a dilemma and was like, I don't want to. I just don't want to flood people's feed with like bullcrap. Like, if you ever watch my stories, like they're pretty funny.
They are funny. They're very funny. Jason had me cracking up.
Fishing memes and stuff, and just little posts. But I think this year, I think I'm gonna start posting more and get a little more active. I've had shout out to Get the Net. I think it's Get the Net Hooks in West Virginia. He actually sent me some net heads, and I end up using them on Lake Erie for free, and I really appreciate him. And I plan on buying some more here for Lake Erie here in a bit. But I did have a few people reach out to me. I promoted their stuff, and I purchased stuff from Lightning Strike Lures. I have a few custom baits, but no, other than that, just here and there, little stuff like that. But I do plan on posting. Hopefully, I do catch a couple sponsors here. If I can perform well, hopefully I catch a couple eyes and we can go.
That'd be awesome, man. Now, Tyrone, I know you got like a booklet of sponsors. What are some of the companies you working for 2023?
Man, yeah, for sure. For me, it's a very small booklet, but I got a couple, so I'm very thankful for that. I look at them as each one as a opportunity, and some of the ones have been with me. They kind of took a chance on me before I even was doing some stuff, and then some kind of came on after you see. So I'm very thankful for anything that comes my way. I think I put it out the other day that a lot of my stuff has come from Instagram. I'll get a message, I'll get a comment, something like that, and it's just you kind of got to feel it out, see what the person's talking about, what they're actually looking for, that type of thing, and then you kind of go from there. But I'm thankful for the team. So right this year, 100% for sure is Omega Custom Tackle. That's going to be one of my biggest sponsors for this year. Jig, spinner baits. You guys said I love throwing a spinner bait, love throwing a chatter bait. I love flipping the jig. I'll do it all day if they let me, and if they're biting it. If they're not biting it, I still may throw it just to see if I can make them bite it. But Omega Custom Tackle is a big one for me this year. And then the other one I use for rods and reels is and baits, a lot of baits. But the deal is for rods and reels for 13 fishing. So I use those.
Nice.
Those two primarily. Like those are what I use. And like I said, they just opportunities that presented themselves that I had to sit down and meet and talk and discuss the the details and all that kind of stuff like that. But I'm very thankful for those. I am kind of changing some of mine though this year because I want it to be more of a kind of where we're both like working together to kind of achieve certain goals, and I'm doing my part, right? I'm just basically I'm a cog in that wheel that's trying to do their part. So I've kind of shifted a couple things. I've kind of moved away from some and respectfully, move on from some and just kind of move a little bit different there. For example, like this hoodie I got on right now, this is a company, Badium. I think they're more in your world, the saltwater world, to be honest with you. But they sent a message, say, hey, we got some stuff. We'd like to get it to you. Tell us what you think. I said, okay, so that type of stuff, just where it's not asking for something crazy. There's some companies out there just want to get their stuff out and get some response on it. And they get some response on it, and that allows them to be able to see what they need to do, whether they want to move here or move there type of thing. So with Jason, I'm going to tell Jason this now because I haven't told him this thing.
Okay.
So it only happens if it's posted. So this is the only thing. Like the only way people know you can actually catch fish is to see you catch fish. Right now, people are thinking Jason has not caught a bass since 2021. I know he's caught a bass since 2021. So I'm like, I had a guy give me that the other day. He was like, dude, you're not catching. I've never seen you say something about this. And I was like, what are you talking about? I've been doing this but it only happens if people see it. So Jason's got a lot. He catches a lot of fish. He fishes on a lot of bodies of water that people really rock. Chris, same thing. You guys, so it definitely plays a role if you can have these conversations, have these meetings, and just put it out there because people are watching. I was so surprised. Some guy told me, I've been following you since 2017. Oh, wow. I'm like, since 20. I have no idea who you are, but he knew all about my stuff, my stat, the things that was going on. I was like, that's crazy. They're paying attention. Yeah. They're trying to see. And honestly, they use it like as kind of a gauge. People are literally looking at all of us to be like, do I want to do that? Yeah, exactly. That's what they're saying to themselves. Do I want to do what they do? Are they having fun when they do it? Does it look like this is a good time? Especially the co-angler stuff. When they see the co-angler stuff, they're like, I want to be a co-angler, but what? That doesn't look like something I want to do. That guy looks upset. I do not want to be in that world at all. But then it just depends on how you portray it. And it's like they see it and they're like, okay, that looks good. That guy's enjoying himself. He's still smiling. And that's because that's what I share. I didn't share the other because we were talking in the free thing. And he said he's never heard me come out of pocket. Just let somebody cut me off on a Tuesday when I'm trying to get somewhere. It's going to be another. There's a whole other side here. But when it comes to the fishing world, I just try to, because I noticed the other day too, I don't know, Jason, I think it was a Fly Guy. Somebody, they came to see me at the Bassmaster Open when I weighed in. And I got out the Bassmaster Open and I had a horrible day, right? I got disqualified, the whole thing. Like, it was terrible. But when I got to the ramp, there was a young man there who had followed me on Instagram. And he wanted to come up and say hi and take a picture. I met his mom. I met his dad. He's like, I don't know, 10 years old, but he's following me on Instagram. And if I came to the ramp, busted and disgusted in all types of way, and this person this and this person that, I don't know how that would have affected this little man. But when I saw him, I held up my fish. He was like, oh, that's nice. That's awesome. Like, he's there cheering and I took a picture with him the whole nine, and it was like, that experience, man, that dude, he's trying to fish now. Like he was already trying to fish. Now he's even more like, I got to get it going. I did it at the other Bassmaster Open. When we got back to the ramp, I was fishing with Mike Iaconelli. You know about, right? So Mike Iaconelli, he was there. A little kid was at the ramp when me and Mike Iaconelli pulled up. I don't even think I put this in the video. Little kid was at the ramp. And he was like, man, look at that boat. That's a nice boat. That's a nice boat, sir. And Mike Iaconelli was like, do you want to get inside?
Yeah, that's fair.
And the guy, he was like, the kid's dad was like, sure, buddy, go ahead and hop in. So Mike Iaconelli let this kid get in the boat. Y'all know how bad of a rap Mike Iaconelli gets for being a maniac and saying all this kind of crazy stuff. Iaconelli let this little kid hop in his boat, sit at the driver's seat. His dad's like, dude, this, like, you're never going to get this opportunity again, little man. Like, this is once in a lifetime to hop in the boat with Iaconelli right here. He let him in the boat. The kid's he's chatting. Mike Iaconelli goes and gets his truck, vroom, 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 coming around the corner. It was just a great experience for this kid, for both those kids, in my opinion, to where we probably gonna see them fishing at some point. Right beside us, gonna be fishing. So I think that plays a role in it. But yeah, for me, I definitely got some good sponsors. They rock with me this year. I'm definitely happy about it this year, and I'm gonna do the best I can, man. I'm gonna do the best I can. I will add one more piece because I know I'm going, but one of the things to try to work on for that I had to understand is that, yes, tournament results can get you there, but at the same time, you want to try to build it outside of tournament results, if that makes sense, because it's like you may not always win a tournament, but you still can people will still rock with you if you're a good person. You're trying to help, you're positive, you create an image that they like and they feel like they can get behind. They'll still rock with you. Because you're good, you're in the industry, you're out there, you're doing it. You may not be winning at this time. You want to have some type of success, just a little bit, but they'll still rock with you though. So you want to try to build it up and set it up to where you're not, it's not relying on your results. Because again, if you have a bad day, you might disappear, and that means you didn't talk to nobody, you didn't move no products, don't nobody know what's on your jersey because you took the jersey off and threw it in the box before you even got back. You're like, I don't care about none of this. So you're like, see what I'm saying? So just if you can get it set up that way, you can roll on with it. And you're like, you got like a good balance of, yes, I can fish. I know how to fish, but I also am very good at promoting your brand and getting your brand in shops and networking with this guy to say, hey, I can get you over here, or I can get you this. Like, and you're showing your worth to the companies, in addition to being a good angler.
Absolutely. I agree with that, man. And just to piggyback off of what you said about, posting on social media, in 2017, 18, and 19, I was posting every single trip I went out. And the past 2 years, I've just kind of like slowed down because, like, to me, fishing is more of it's for me. I don't do it to make everybody else happy.
Right,
And I'll
right.
never forget this message I got from a guy named Joseph. I'm not going to say his last name. He sent me his last name. He sent me a message. He's like, "Yo, so did the magician run out of magic?" And I'm like, "What are
Wow.
you talking about?"
What?
And he says, like, "Yo, man, you don't post any fishing pictures anymore. Do you not go fishing?" I'm like, dude, I go fishing like 7 nights a week. I leave work and I go fishing. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there catching fish almost every night. Not every fish is a monster. Not every fish is, the greatest thing in the world. But like, I always just try to post like, okay, what was the best catch this week? All right, I'll post that one. That was for me. That was it, and just have it in my Facebook memories. And next year I'll see it. I'll be like, okay, on this day I did this, this, and that. All right, that was great. But like some people, man, they really follow in detail every single thing that we all do, and it sometimes it's a little scary. It's a little like, whoa, how do you know that much about me?
Wait
You
a
know what I'm
minute.
saying? Yeah. It's like, is this dude outside my window right now? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I totally get it, man. And Jason, you're not the only one, dude. I don't really post that much anymore like I used to, and just think that I had to take that little step back away from social media, which is insane because I got this whole podcast thing going on, and like this is like now the only thing that I really post, and 2023 we definitely got to kick it up a couple notches. I'll say all of us. I mean, I think me and you are still falling behind. I mean, this guy is like wired Mr. Social Network over here, man. This guy is
You
is
doing
is
it, man.
working, dude.
Love it.
I got 3 jobs. Dad, trying to be a halfway decent husband, and social media content creation. That's what it is. Like that's all I'm. So I think what you're saying, it really depends on what your goal is. If you just want to enjoy, then just enjoy fishing, right? Like so, just spend $120,000 on your boat and just take the boat out and just go fish and enjoy yourself, or spend 650, get yourself a good used John boat off of Craigslist, and just spin around in circles with that 45-pound thrust trolling motor and just hope for the best. Like it really depends on what your goal is. If what your goal, so I know what mine is, and I know I want to be able to do the content thing, but I need some help to be able to consistently do it. So if this is the world, if this is it's basically like I say it all the time to people, you got to know how to play the game. You have to know how to play whatever game you're in, whatever it is. Like Jason, what the work that he does, he had to study this and picture this and work on that and do that to get to where he can do. Same thing with you. You got like the stuff you set up. So all I'm doing is researching. How can I grow this? How can I grow that? What do I need to do? I need to post 6 times a day on TikTok. I need to post 4 times a day on Instagram. I need to post at 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. These are the prime posting times. Like this is the stuff that I sit at home and like research and study because I'm trying to grow it. So I really want to grow it. I don't really have a desire to be like, I don't want to say famous, whatever that is. Like that really doesn't mean anything. My goal is to provide the best I can for my family and my kids. And if that gets me there, if this can get me there, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's the way I look at it. So if that can get me to where I want to go do something, my wife want to take a trip, and I don't got to be like, let me go clock in for like 16 hours real quick to try to get this money right to do it. If I can get it this way, and then that's what I'm going to do, because I just want to make sure that everybody's good. I got a kid about to go into college. I got 3 more coming behind them. Like I've got to just put this time in, and then make sure that I'm ready. So, and I think I can do it this way. And that's take like the Googans in them. Me and Chris talk about the Googans, Jason, these dudes. Yeah. They started with like what they had like a bait caster and making videos, fussing at each other on the boat. Yeah. And now these dudes are millionaires, man. Come on, like these dudes, they can hide in the woods for like years and still have checks clearing every month for what they did from where they started. So they're obviously not the norm, but I always believe I can get there. Like I think I said it on somewhere last night. I still think right now that I can give LeBron James a run for his money on the court. I guarantee you I can give LeBron James a run for his money. And I'm 5'6" and he's 6'8", 220. I'm 5'6", 139. But I guarantee I'm gonna get a hand on the ball if he try to cross me up. That's all I'm telling you. He's probably gonna grab it and then dunk on me. right now. But I'm just saying, I might get a hand on there. That's just the way I think, though. I always think that I can, and that I'm gonna keep trying until I can. And I just chose to go that route with this stuff, with creating content and that type of thing. That's all.
That's awesome, man. And then Jason, what is it gonna look like for you and me? I don't know, man. I'm still thinking about what I gotta post. I gotta go read some analytics like Ty over here.
I'll post I'll post the first fish I catch on the Ohio River. How about that?
That means he ain't gonna post all year. He just set it up. He ain't gonna.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Come on,
man.
Jason. Come on, man. Come on, he gonna post.
But
Jason catches smallmouths, man. He catches these good giant smallmouth, and people love smallmouth pictures, man. They love smallmouth pictures.
Yeah.
Catch any smallmouth and put a picture up of it, and you're guaranteed to get a ton of love from all the way up north, all the way down. Everybody loves smallmouth, man. So
I hear that, dude. But yo, man, one thing you did bring up about the $150,000 boat, and I did watch your podcast yesterday. It was a short one, but it was still good. And a lot of people seen you on this show in season 1, and you came out with a Co-Angler Chronicles podcast, which is really, really good. Guys, take my word for it. Go check it out. I'll leave a link down below. But you're touching on subjects that are just like real world things that a lot of people don't notice. They think, oh yeah, I'm going to go fish the MLF and I'm going to get hundreds of thousands of dollars in sponsors. And it doesn't work like that. And the two of you were on an episode together and it was great. And I encourage everybody who's listening and watching to go over there and check that out. I'm definitely going to leave links in the description below. These two guys are phenomenal fishermen, and I can tell you one thing: if I can afford to be somebody's sponsors, these are two guys that I definitely want to put on that payroll. That's for sure, man. I haven't even realized that it's been 40 minutes that we're going on here after all of us have worked a 10, 12, 15-hour day. So, guys, I want to appreciate you guys so much for taking the time and come and chat with us. And I can't wait to see what you guys do this year, man. Good luck in the BFLs and MLFs, and see what happens. Hope you guys bring home some trophies.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us, man. We really appreciate it, Chris. And I hope everybody tunes into your stuff as well, man. I thoroughly enjoyed being on here. I've seen other people that you interview on here. You got some good stuff going on here, man. So I appreciate it. And I'm gonna keep on rocking with you, man.
All right, brother. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Take care.
Well, that was a lot of fun for me to sit down and talk to Tyrone and Jason. And, these are two young men who are in the BFL and the MLF circuit. And they are very good, very hungry, very competitive anglers. And that's what I love so much. And, you guys know that I'm a saltwater guy. Obviously, they are hardcore bass anglers. And they are very, very focused on what they have to do. But for me, it's more of a passion for the sport. I am not in the tournament circuit like they are. I mean, I would love to get in it one day, but for me, it's all about, I want to be a well-rounded angler, whether it be in the saltwater or the freshwater. I want to be able to be near any type of body of water and say, you know what, I want to go fishing. I want to go catch a fish, and I want to do it confidently and catch a lot of fish doing it, because this is what I love to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode this month, season 2, episode 2. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm out. Tight lines.
I challenge thee.